Hello, everybody. Here to talk a little bit about Justin Thomas's golf swing. I'm Mike Thomas, his father and coach. What we have here is a video of the final round on the practice tee at the PGA Championship at Southern Hills. So we're going to talk about a couple things that we always look at. Justin and I are on the same page of the things that are important in his golf swing. And it's important to remember that, what's important in his golf swing may not apply to another student because of their build and the tendencies that they have. There's unique things to people's golf swing, such as you wouldn't teach people for their right foot to come off the ground halfway down their golf swing, but that's just a unique part of his golf swing. So, not everything that you would address with one student would apply to the next student. But that being said, there are a couple things that we're always looking at in Justin's golf swing. One of the things, just for starters, that Justin has a little tendency to do is he always kind of has this little press where the club comes off the ground right there. You can see it coming off the ground. And sometimes his tendency is to get this club going where it tends to go out to the right like that, and it gets on the heel and he starts hitting a lot of heel shots. So we just call that a hover, and he needs to make sure that hover is a little more square versus the ball getting up on the heel like that. As far as the golf swing goes, a couple key things that we are always working on is obviously we want his lines to always be good. Here, I think he was there's a flag or a tree out there somewhere that we were aiming at, but we always want his lines to be good at address, and that involves both his legs. You can see his legs are nice and square. Sometimes his right leg will get a little bit in front of his left leg where his body is a little bit open. And sometimes his right arm will go a little bit higher than his left arm. And oddly enough, it doesn't cause him to swing left. He tends to reroute when he's like that. So when he gets what we would call open in either his arms or his body, he tends to swing to the right when he does that, because he'll take it up there. He'll take it up to the top there and then reroute it down. But these are good right here. These positions are good. One of the things that I look at in all my students, in addition to Justin, is we want this club going up and down this line as much as possible. I always tell my students, golf 101 is the ball is sitting at the bottom of an arc, and if this arc right there was turned sideways, all you would see is that it's a straight line. So if you were looking at it from here, you would just see that it's a straight line. So that's what that line represents. And if we agree that the ball is sitting at the bottom of this arc, then a club swinging up and down that arc is going to deliver consistent contact. So we look and we can see here that Justin does a good job of that club coming up that line. He's just tracing up that line and coming down. He's tracing down the line. So we always are looking at that. Look like good solid contact on this one. So we always want to make sure this club's coming up this line, and this is a key checkpoint, I think, for not just for Justin, but for a lot of students, that when you get this club to this hip high position, see if I can, then the shaft is right here on this toe line, or the club head is on your hands, however you want to look at it. So there's times where Justin's club will be more outside of his hands. Every now and then it gets back behind his hands in this position, but seldom. If anything, it gets a little bit outside his hands. And again, that doesn't make him swing to the left. That makes him reroute it and swing inside out, actually. So from there, going up, we love to see this shaft where it's dissecting his right forearm right there. And that's not something that every student needs to do. We just know that when he plays well, as a baseline, when he plays well, that shaft goes through his right forearm there. So hope you enjoyed that, and happy Father's Day to all.